The children are good. They're living their best organic life now.
Broadcasting live from an Airstream somewhere in Tornado Alley, bringing you the people, places, and stories from the Panhandle to the Red River. This is your Only in Oklahoma show.
And welcome to the show. Today we're headed to Lake Wister State Park in Wister, Oklahoma. And later we're talking about those damn mile-high gas prices. I'm Brett.
And I am Harley.
So I had a chance this weekend to get together with some family. Had a wedding in Luther, Oklahoma. And driving down Route 66, you always stop at Pops. We got a video coming at Pops pretty soon. Everybody, you got to stop at Pops. But you don't think about anything being in Luther until you drive by it and you go, whoa, wait, what was that? We stumbled across a place called the Chicken Shack. I don't know anything about it. It feels like a hidden treasure, but it's hard to hide a treasure when you have cars packed. Dude, I'm telling you, cars packed from one edge of the gravel parking lot to across Route 66 parked on the road. You're willing to get killed. The speed limit's 55. You're willing to get killed crossing the road for the Chicken Shack. We're definitely going to step back to check that out. But went to a wedding this weekend at a really cool place. It was nice to get together as family. But man, can we not have any more outdoor weddings this year? This is the second outdoor wedding I've been to, and it was hotter than a cat on a hot tin roof. I mean, it was hot.
So we do need to apologize,
about?
By the way. We released a video.
Yeah.
But we did not release a show.
Oof.
Because of the vid.
Yeah. We had a little bit of a Rona.
We did. So
my Sharona issue.
Amber got it.
Mm-hmm.
And she's still feeling a little run down. But
yeah.
We were worried about your kids. So we canceled the recording.
Yeah, does everybody in my house have to, how many boxes do we check in my house for people that are immune compromised? Can I not have kids? Can my kids hurry up and just grow up so they're not as prone to infectious diseases? I mean, Jiminy Christmas, I'm tired of hearing about this stuff.
Well, I agree. More than likely, your kids are probably 100% fine, but at the end of the day, we got to be careful.
You got to take those precautions.
I wouldn't have you come over if I had the flu, so.
No, and I probably wouldn't. As much as, as much as I like a break, it's not worth having a sinus infection and all that other jazz that comes along with having a break, so.
True. I mean, maybe, if you need a couple of days off, maybe you get monkeypox.
That's going around, but from what I understand, it's a very peculiar case in which you receive monkeypox. So I think I'm probably good.
Yeah.
I think my chances of getting monkeypox are pretty good, but
yeah, I think you're good. But today's show, I think, is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
My personal opinion, and I do this, I'm more of the person that does the state parks than you are.
Yeah.
I think you probably out-restaurant me by a factor of 10.
Yeah.
But as far as state parks go, I have a lot more miles on the family roadster.
Yeah, your Fitbit gets a lot more. I mean, you're having to charge your Fitbit a lot more than I am. That's for sure.
But I really think it gets difficult kind of choosing.
Oh, there's a ton of them.
Which park to go to.
Right.
The park that we're talking about today, Lake Wister State Park, is a lesser-known park in Oklahoma, southern Oklahoma, but it really should be on your bucket list. It's got stunning views.
Yeah.
The Wichita Mountains, the park itself is nestled in a ring, a real ring of pine and oak-covered mountains all the way around. There's 115 miles of shoreline.
Can we, and maybe I'm the only one, but can we discuss the elephant in the room that there are two sets of mountains named Wichita, one of which is O-U-A-S, or O-U-A-C-H-I-T-A, and the other one is W.
Yeah.
Every time I see that, I'm either thinking, and we're in the same, I'm looking to go, this is not the same place. But that always bugs me. It's almost like, it's like they're competing with each other for the best Wichita.
I don't understand it either. but I think it is funny.
Yeah.
But this particular park has over 3,000 acres at the base of the Ouachita National Forest. It is a real must for wildlife watchers, nature photographers. Anybody that is into the outdoors is going to have a good time.
Now, let me stop you.
Yeah.
You think I'm not so much into the state park. I would probably check off the wildlife photography. I love to take the pictures. I'm not a big camper type guy. I do like nature trails. I like to hike. I just don't want people thinking that I sit around and check my blood sugar all the time.
No, I wasn't even implying that.
Okay.
I think
you're more in line.
I do it more than you.
Yeah, you do it more than me. Okay.
And some of that is your current situation. You've got 2 children that are
prone to could be taken out by a rattlesnake bite.
Well, they could probably be taken out by a squirrel bite.
This is probably true.
They're tiny children,
right?
So I get it, but I wasn't.
No, I get you. I'm not trying. I don't feel like I need to defend myself. I just need the listeners to understand that I don't just eat food. But I have noticed that a lot of our video feeds are, it's the cheeseburger, it's the frickin' gyro. So yeah, I like outdoors too, guys.
We're gonna have a separate YouTube channel called Brett Eats Stuff.
Brett Eats Stuff.
One of the really nice things about Lake Wister, though, the trees, they don't look like Oklahoma trees. They're tall, huge trees, and you don't see a lot of that in Oklahoma. Even the big trees in a lot of the state parks are smaller in comparison, and I think a lot of that has to do with the weather and the fact that any tree that gets too big for its britches, a tornado comes and knocks it down. So,
well, when we went to Hugo and we were coming back, and we kind of were coming up the turnpike and going through, or I don't remember where we were going. We were going through McAllister eventually, but there were just rows upon rows of pine trees and evergreen. There was a point where I was like, this feels like I've never been to Oregon or upstate Washington State, but this feels like it just, we talk about it all the time about how diverse geographically Oklahoma is. Yeah. Southeastern Oklahoma is probably a prime example of.
It is.
It really takes you into. It's mountains. It's like a completely different landscape.
It really is. And as far as the park goes, there really is a wide variety of things to do, though.
Yeah.
So you've got, obviously camping, boating, water skiing. Again, huge lake, 7,300 surface acres of lake.
Wow.
They've got a water spray park, which is a popular destination for the kids. They've got a disc golf course, miniature golf course, the hiking trails. They've got self-guided nature tours.
I don't know about those.
Okay.
If let's say you're a novice, well, not quite a novice, let's say you're at my level. I'm looking for a path that goes in and a path that goes out. Because Yellowstone, those places like that have self-guided tours and people don't come back. That's
most of the state parks in Oklahoma, when they have a self-guided tour, it's typically a loop.
Right. I don't want to have to take yarn with me and or ribbon and tie it to the tree so I can find my way back. Especially in the summertime.
Agreed. But you'll definitely see a lot of wildlife while you're there. Deer, ducks, rabbits, all that sort of stuff. And during the winter, you'll see bald eagles or the golden eagles.
You know what's funny? Maybe it's just because I'm outside more or I'm doing more outside, not just in a restaurant. There have been a lot. I've seen a few eagles. I saw an eagle in South OKC. One time, in South OKC, perched up by the Walmart. The eagle? Have we dropped so that the eagle is a regular customer at Walmart? Is Walmart that big now
that even the eagles shop there? I think so.
Living next to a pigeon, you've got pigeons over here on this light. You got a bald eagle nest. I don't know what's more patriotic: an eagle at Walmart. It's got to be on the top of the list.
I feel like that should be in a Trump campaign
something
ad.
Or
an eagle on the Walmart sign,
or an NRA an NRA ad or something like that.
Speaking of NRA, though, hunters are gonna enjoy this place.
Mm-hmm.
You can't actually hunt at the state park, so you don't have to worry about anybody taking out the rabbit that you're watching.
Right.
While you're...
You don't have to wear a reflective orange vest to walk your dog.
But there is the nearby Wister Wildlife Management Area, which does have hunting. They have a waterfowl area. So it's close to the park.
Yeah.
So if you're camping, you can actually take part in some hunting. The Poto River, this is Oklahoma's only river that flows north, feeds into Lake Wister along with a half a dozen or more mountain streams. And this is a perfect place for fishing. Mm-hmm. You've got an abundance of northern bluegill, channel catfish, flathead catfish, white bass, smallmouth, basically all the fish.
You've got all the fishes. Now all you got to do is catch them. I mean, it's an angler's dream.
It really is.
And nobody really talks about it much. Maybe you do if you live closer to there.
I would think so. But I think it's one of those. I think this is one of those hidden gems.
Yeah.
I really think that as far as Lake Wister State Park goes, it's probably one of the lower trafficked parks. So if you really want to not have a lot of people up in your business while you're enjoying nature, it's probably a good spot.
Well, every time we talk about a place that's kind of a hidden gem, next thing you know, they've got shuttle services and they've got land bridges and they've got all kinds of cool little kitschy cabins and all kinds of stuff popping up. I don't want the Lake Wister community to get mad at us if all of a sudden, they come in and somebody's got eminent domain on the side of the mountain. There's a chance.
It has happened.
It has happened.
I will say it has happened. But some facilities at the park, you've got comfort stations with showers, that sort of stuff, picnic tables, group picnic shelters, lighted boat ramps. So they've got a playground.
They've got everything.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff to do. It will definitely keep you busy for a week. They've got cabin rentals that can accommodate up to 6 guests.
Yeah.
These are beautiful spots. Some are right on the lake. You've got RV spots, tent spots. The nice thing about the cabins, they have either a lake view or a park view, stone framed fireplaces, easy access to hiking trails. So again, it's really pretty. It's a really good way to get away from it all.
And it's accessible.
It really is.
I mean, when you think about it, southeastern Oklahoma, I know so many people that just bypass and go all the way south across the Red River, or all the way north across the Mason-Dixon to do something fun. Dude, it's right here. And as much money as we've been putting into the tourism department lately, into our national parks that we have here, $2 million, a couple million here and there, they're really keeping it up.
It's 100%.
For you.
Yes. So we've been camping several times this year already.
Yeah.
And one of the issues that we run into, the camp spots that we like, the campsites that we like, booked up forever.
Yeah. And do you think it's gotten, kind of aside on that, do you think it's gotten worse since COVID? Are more people looking to get out of the city now? Or
I think a lot of it is, but I think a lot of it revolves around the amount of effort, time, money that the state has put into the state parks.
Yeah.
When I'm at the campsites, I see a lot of Texas, a lot of Kansas, a lot of Missouri, a lot of Arkansas license plates. I think we're drawing a lot more out-of-state visitors to our state parks because of the job that they're doing at the parks.
Yeah, they really, and when I went, it's been some time ago, but that campsite that you guys stay at normally was clean as a whistle, and they were adding stuff and upgrading stuff. And I remember as a kid going to Texoma, spent most of my summers in Texoma. Hell, I've still got the smell of dirty bathroom embedded in my brain. You know what I mean?
That's one of the things that I will say is a huge improvement at all of our state parks.
Yeah.
The bathrooms, not only does it seem like they're cleaning them more frequently, but the design, the initial design of the new bathroom buildings makes it easier for them to clean and harder for them to get dirty. So it's kind of the best of both worlds.
Well, and I think if we've learned anything over the course of the last 2.5, almost 3 years, cleanliness may, in fact, be close to godliness. So you're going to you've seen a lot of that. Even when it's not a, touristy destinations, everybody's cleaning a little bit more. So, it just draws more people in. When you're not having to be the cleaning crew while you're there to clean up your site or doing your part to make sure that the campsite areas are not trashed out, it just makes for a better vibe. That's all.
I agree. If you want more information on Lake Wister State Park, check out our show notes for links to all of the details.
And coming up to the break, we're going to tell you how you could save a lot of money by not buying any gas. I'm kidding. Gas is just too high. We'll talk about it after this.
So over the weekend, I was wearing my legalized marinara shirt.
Oh, yeah.
From Vicentio's.
From Vicentio's, yeah.
And somebody asked me about it, and I literally ended up spending about 20 minutes talking about Vicentio's pizza.
I'm telling you, that's the best way to advertise.
I really think it's better than a billboard.
And and that shirt happens to be, I have one too. It's clever.
It really is. And I think it's super important for small businesses to have something like that. I like wearing the shirt.
Yeah, it's a comfortable shirt. It's the colors are great. I've washed it multiple times. It's holding up.
Well, not even that. I just like wearing the shirt. I think it's funny. It fits my personality.
And it attracts.
Well, that doesn't help me any.
Right. Okay, let me give you a quick example. I went to Tulsa, went to a concert, was wearing a Selena t-shirt. I had more people stop me about, I like your t-shirt, love your t-shirt. Can I take a picture of your t-shirt? What does that tell you? T-shirts, it's the t-shirt, man. They didn't want a picture of me. They wanted a picture of the t-shirt.
Which is hilarious.
It's funny.
If you have a small business or your name is Selena and you need t-shirts, Ronnie Davenport over at Tailboard Apparel. He's a firefighter, a screen printer, and a part-time submarine captain.
And he cleans pools, too, and can mow your yard. But if you want a free quote, all you got to do, give him a call, 405-517-2174.
Or find him on the web at tailboardapparel.com.
Well, this next story is it goes all over me, but it's from KO4R. The headline is, it's all about supply and demand. Local experts weigh continued surge of gas prices. Now, you travel and you drive a truck. I drive a Tahoe. The gas prices, I think if you're driving a Geo, you're still not sweating $4.67 a gallon or $4.76, but I'm seeing it for $5 a gallon. I'm not seeing it any less than $4.50, but as the prices continue to climb to historic rates, I might add.
Yes.
It's during the worst possible time of the year to have gas prices through the roof.
Oh, for sure. And for the first time ever, I spent more than $100 at a gas pump.
For the first time since I've had a job, I'm only putting a half a tank of gas in my car. We're going to have to start doing 3 shows a week in one night just to keep me from having to drive to Chickasha every week. But according to a national average, the national average is $4.91, up nearly $2 from almost a year ago. I mean, hell, I remember when I was so mad when gas was $3 a gallon. We thought for sure it would go away.
Yeah.
But right now, $4.49 is kind of, according to AAA, is kind of the average right now.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm not a fan at all. I feel like this is one of those situations, and maybe it's something you get to in the news story, but I feel like this is one of those situations where the federal government should be doing everything in its power to remove roadblocks on getting more supply.
Yeah, well, according to Greg Verge, PhD, he said there's no period that he could find in U.S. history where the same rapid doubling of the price of gas has occurred. Now, this guy isn't just a PhD. He doesn't just push paper. He also serves on the chair of economics at the University of Oklahoma, and the closest that he could find was back in the 1970s, where gases were increased that much. And you look at the gas shortage of the 1970s, when there's lines down the street for gas that was 25 cents a gallon.
Yeah.
I mean, he also cited additional compound factors that contributed to the high prices of gas, including those of the outside control of the current presidential administration, that is a big point of contention right now. Who do we blame? You know, we've all seen the stickers on the gas pump that says, "I did that." I mean, I think, and some say yes, some say no, but we got to talk about the pipeline. I mean, we've got the Keystone Pipeline. That's another point of contention as well.
Yeah.
I mean, the conflict between Russia and Ukraine, it always seems when someone else is at war, whether we're involved or not, there is a cause and effect there. But I mean, we're just undersupplied in the oil and gas right now.
And maybe it's just the Oklahoman in me, but I'm kind of the opinion, like drill, baby, drill. I feel like if we had all the activity that we had a few years ago on new drilling in Oklahoma, that it would make a difference.
Well, and he goes on to say that, he's got a great point. We need oil. The world needs oil. Turn it on. It's here. That's a lot of your environmental supporters are completely against us drilling and harvesting oil here, but it's under us right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it would save us a fortune. But while the world's in the middle of a tug of war, we're the ones that are waiting to see who's going to win. And it's hard to say who really comes out on top here, but I feel like, I don't know. I don't want to get into a political discussion.
No, not at all. But I really think this is one of those situations where doing a lot of your traveling closer to home makes a lot more sense. Not only for you, the consumer, because, if you're not driving 700 miles to go to a park in a different state, and you're only driving 70 miles, you're saving a ton on gas.
Oh, yeah.
But more importantly, that's money that's staying in our economy, in the Oklahoma economy, that is kind of helping buffer, kind of keeping us afloat a little bit.
And I think if even local government, if they would do more to kind of outline that there is a silver lining to it, that you can adjust your way of thinking and the way of living to kind of mitigate all the BS and bureaucracy that's going on, just to kind of wait this thing out. There's things that you can do. I'll tell you what, if we don't buy gas, they'll quit selling it to us for that. That doesn't work. That's not going to work. I don't know. I'm paying we said we'd never pay for $3 a gallon gas. We never thought I never in the world would have thought we'd be paying for almost $5 a gallon gas. We had some friends that were in California, $6 a gallon for gas. I'm not shocked. No. It's California.
Yeah.
But it's still outrageous to think of.
It really is. And, we've talked about on the show before, trips on a tank full, that sort of stuff.
That's exactly where I was going with that.
A tank full is a different story altogether right now.
Well, and with that being said, give us your trip on a tank full recommendations. We want to know where you're going.
Absolutely. We would love for some of those hidden gems, some places where people can travel. It's a little closer to home and has some surprising benefits that people don't realize exist. As far as recommendations go, there is another thing that I would like to ask.
Sure.
If you're out visiting a place in Oklahoma that you heard about here, let them know you heard about it on the Only in OK Show.
Absolutely. Tell them all about us.
Absolutely. Well, this has been the Only in OK Show. I am Harley.
And I'm Brett.
And we're out of here.
Peace.
Besides, you have a booger, and it's distracting. How are the kiddos?
The children are fine. The children are good. They're living their best organic life now.
Speaking of organic, how is the...
Look at that dog. He's he's such a beautiful animal.
Still anti-vegan?
Not tonight we're having tater tots and potato boats with fried bacon in them. I mean, we're not doing anything like that. But I have integrated some waterfowl into my diet. Not waterfowl. Can you buy duck?
Yeah.
Where?
Specialty stores.
Okay, that sounds like a guy that doesn't want to tell me
where
to get it. Certain stores have them; they're special.
I would think you're probably going to have to go someplace like Whole Foods.
Nope.
Or
no duck.
No duck.
No duck. No dice. No duck. No dice. No duck.
I bet you can get them at like the health food stores, like the health food grocery stores.
Mm.
And you can probably buy it frozen much easier, by the way.
Really? Duck on the rocks. I don't know that it would be that good. I don't think meat that's frozen, unless it's like a fresh from the kill, is that good. Like if you went and had somebody process your meat and then you froze it, I think it's probably better. I don't know. I lost hope in humanity when I saw that you could buy I don't know if it's like a pheasant or a small chicken in a can, bones and all. Have you seen that?
No.
Yeah. Dude, you can get bread in a can.
Mm-hmm.
There's cheeseburger in a can.
Yeah, I've seen those before.
But yeah, you take the whole chicken out. It's like if a rotisserie chicken got slimed by Slimer.
Oh.
Or it's like a giant, like if you had a bone-in Vienna sausage. it's just this, I mean, it's a whole chicken, but it has the gelatin, that gelatin, that's the good stuff. I put that on a cracker and I eat the other with my fingers. No, I don't. But yeah, you didn't know you could get a whole chicken in a can?
Don't know.
Yeah, it's a big, and it just kind of slurps out when you're like,
spam.
Soup's on. Like, yeah, if you're the kids, you're like, it's Chicken Thursday. So I was camping. Good.
Yeah, camping was good.
What did I do this weekend? Oh yeah, I went to a wedding in Luther at a place called the Broken Horse. Can't be right because it doesn't sound like a place you would want to go to. Come to the Broken Horse Barn and have a wedding. Like, that doesn't sound fun. What was it? Broken Horn? No. Dude, there's a place in Luther, Oklahoma. I still have yet to look it up. I need to do that. So we're driving. We're almost to the place. And we're seeing this. Looks like a gas station. It is. A little convenience store. But there are cars, parked everywhere. So we're like, oh, that's interesting. They must have a little bar or something. Because you could see attached, there's like a little bar looking thing.
Yeah.
So driving back, there are cars parked on the other side of the highway, like the road, other side of Route 66. We're like, okay, whatever it is, they're having a wedding. Like, I need to pee. So originally the plan was we were going to go back to Pop's. I was going to be back. But we're kind of pulling through to kind of recon what this place is. Because you can see lights strung in the back and what looks to be seating areas. Are kind of you get enough of a glimpse of it to where you can kind of make out that, okay, there are people back there. So we go in, and I park, and I look back there. It's a fried chicken joint. You can smell fried chicken. Like, imagine if Ishans opened the windows. And then there's people, they're sitting on the tables. They've got tables out there. I mean, it's almost like a place if we've ever heard of it, I'll be surprised. And it was just you get your to-go, what appears to be to-go orders in the front. In the back, you've got an order counter. Like, you literally have to pull into this place to really get a good sense of what it is. But after they're smelling the chicken, then looking, a lot of their decor is, they've got those big wire spools that a lot of people use for tables. Well, they've got one of those in front with this little pyre-looking thing with a chicken on the top of it.
So we ate at a place called Deb's Burger Land.
Where?
In Davis, Oklahoma.
Really?
Yeah. And I gotta say, I was
impressed. Not impressed. What?
I was impressed. It was
the Chicken Shack. They serve that shit on a tray.
Nice.
Anyway,
that looks very Ishan-esque.
It's one of those. If you like Ishans, you'll love our place. But it looks like they've got little wings. Anyway, so Deb's Burger Land in Davis, Oklahoma. So I go in. We were kind of we don't know what we want, and I'm pretty sure it was Deb. Gave us the rundown on what to order, how to order. Yeah, she had the whole spiel down, and I liked everything we ate. What'd you get?
I got a burger and a salad. I tossed the bun, but
did you?
Yeah.
How was the burger?
It was good.
What'd she get?
Burger beer. I don't remember.
So it's in Davis.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy to get to.
Yes, it's right on the main strip in Davis.
Yeah, what's the history? You get any history?
Not really.
Does it look like it's been there a while?
It does. The sign looks older than me.
So it's at least
100 years old. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say at least 40 years old. Sorry.
There is news, by the way, some local news. J&W
was on Guy Fieri.
Yeah, J&W is now brandyless.
Really? Take this job and shook.
No.
What happened?
My understanding is she went to put in her notice. She was giving them a month. She's opening up her own spot.
Where? In town?
In town, right on it's the closest building to the train depot on the south side of the road. So there's a hotel.
Yeah, the Hotel Chickasha.
Yeah, on the other side of that.
There's a little something on the corner down there.
Yeah. She's on the other corner.
Oh.
Yeah. And
where'd you get that?
it was on Facebook. So anyway, she gave them notice, and they told her to pound sand. So J&W is without the key component of J&W.
Were you the one that told me that Guy Fieri was at J&W?
No.
I heard that somewhere.
I believe you.
Yeah.
But I wasn't aware.
Either do her own thing or buy them.
Mm-hmm.
Who's running J&W now?
Trevor.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Have you eaten there in a while?
Yeah, I ate there probably last week.
Breakfast?
I don't recall. Yes, breakfast.
Well, has she inked the deal with the new location?
I'm not 100% sure. I don't know any of the details on it. I know she put up some mock pictures that they had for the logo and for the sign out front, and they're working on retrofitting the...
What's the desired aesthetic?
I think that it is called Brandy's Bar and Grill, and I'm willing to bet that it's going to be some hamburgers and some bomb-ass breakfast.
It better be. It better be, man. I could not see her for 6 years and she'd still know that I wanted a large coffee.
Dude, I'm telling you what, she is a phenomenon. I don't understand.
I think she's a lot of what drew people there.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, literally, Brandy knows everybody.
Everybody.
Like, you come into J&W, if you walk into J&W Grill and Brandy doesn't hand you your drink as you're walking in the door, then you've never been to Chickasha before.
Well, I mean, we've been there, and again, you've been there more, but we've been there when she's not there, and they don't know their asses from a hole in the ground. She's a big part of that.
She is a big component of that. Yes, I agree 100%.
Well, I'm looking forward to the Brandy's Bar and Grill with breakfast.
Yeah, I'm thinking that I probably won't be able to get a seat there for 6 months.
You think?
I'm going to bet.
I mean, I think we should pump them up.
I agree 100%, but I think that it's probably going to be standing room only for a while. She's good at what she does.
Yeah, she is.
And it's a huge loss. I don't know what happens to J&W Grill after the fact, but that is a huge loss to JW.
I mean, they do breakfast, lunch, and they're not open today.
They're not?
No, I drove by there at dinner time and closed.
What is today? Wednesday?
Yeah.
I thought they were closed on Sunday and Monday.
In 3, 2, 1.